Scotland is doing something really beautiful. The amount of effort and the funding and everything that's been put into it, you don't see that anywhere else in the world.
In this country, we have been able to develop artists to a really high standard, and there has been an understanding of the support that that requires and the investment, and things like how the political perspective towards disability has shifted that as well.
2003, we had an international conference about arts and disability in Scotland. That was a real catalyst. So many of our funded organisations attended that and were challenged to go back and to start thinking about how their organisations could be much more inclusive and address the issues that disabled artists might face.
Every company should say, we want an accessible venue. Even if you don't present integrated work, you need to be able to host people to just come and watch your show. We had a position created for Caroline Bowditch, and she was our dance agent for change. And she was the person that started the ball rolling, and she saw that there was a lot of questions and not a lot of answers.
She went in there and she challenged the company, challenged the aesthetic, challenged the education programme, helped develop the audiences for this work. She was absolutely instrumental there and affected then the building and the access and their way of working.
I started to think about myself a bit as this mosquito that was buzzing in the ear of the arts industry in Scotland, but also further afield. So the reach was much greater than I think we'd ever anticipated.
The support that we gave to artists has attracted other artists to come and stay in Scotland. So we now have a little gang of very successful international disabled artists in Scotland because the support is here, the infrastructure is here. Robert Softly Gale was also an agent for change.
I want to make this work as accessible as possible, but I want to do that in a way that makes the work better for everyone, and that's quite a crucial starting point.
What I've seen happen in Scotland in terms of it being a creative hub is it's become a really attractive place to be a successful disabled artist.
The Scottish Government were very supportive from 2003 onwards. There's been many pieces of legislation relating to equalities and to disability in particular. And all these pieces of legislation were brought together into one act in 2010 called the Equality Act. There was over 116 pieces of legislation brought together into one comprehensive act.
The fact that we are a small country, there is the possibility for much more personal relationships with funders, with producers, and have those bodies be aware of your work, because it's not like London where there's 400 shows going on in one night, and so it's allowed individuals to flourish here. So it's taken a very different path.
It feels less apologetic. It's just this thing of, we're going to make this work and we're going to put it out there, and actually if it's good enough, it will be taken up.